Hello everyone, myself Gayatri Bajpayee. In this video we will learn how many types of error are there and what are the reason behind that with some examples. Okay, let's start. Okay, then error in measurement. There are two types of error in measurement, random errors and systematic errors. With the figures we can see. In this, when we are getting some random values, then it is having the random errors. And here we can see we are getting some systematic value. It means we always getting the same type of the values. Suppose you are having one device. Okay, one component is there and you have to measure the length of this component L. So suppose the L of this component is 2 centimeter. This is a true value. This is a true value. Here also is true value. This orange color is true value. And we are getting, after the measuring of this value, we are getting this type of random value. So this type of random value, how can we present? Suppose this is 1, 2, 3, okay, this one left, 7. And in a 1 you are getting suppose 2.5, and for 2 you are getting some 2.3, and 3 you are getting some 2.1, like that, and 4 you are getting some 1.5, like that. This type of the error is happening. So this is called a random error. And when you are taking the mean of, this is arithmetic mean, this green color is the arithmetic mean. So you are finding the mean of this measured value. So it is coming very close to your true value. And how can we calculate the arithmetic mean? That I think everybody knows. Arithmetic mean of this value. So whatever value is there, suppose 1 is A1, okay, A2, A3, like this. So arithmetic value is A1 plus 7 by 7. So like this, whatever value you are getting for this random value, you can get the arithmetic mean by adding all this value divided by number of values. Similarly, we can find the arithmetic mean for this green color is arithmetic mean. So now one more important thing is there. As I have explained you in the previous video, that accuracy and precision, and I have told you that if you are having this type of the error, this type of the value you are finding in the systematic type of value, then your measuring instrument is precise, but we are getting this type of errors, so we can calibrate this type of error. So there are number of reasons to happen this type of the error. But in the random error, I have told you the precision is not correct. So that time this type of error is fine. So that time I was explaining about the accuracy and precision. But here I am talking about the errors. Errors can be happen. There are number of reasons. Not only due to the wrong precision of your measuring device. There are lots of reasons. But whatever reasons are there, we are finding this type of the error. Sometimes we are finding the same values which are differ from the true values, but all time you are getting same type of wrong value. But sometimes you are finding different randomly values you are finding. But there are lots of reasons that I will tell you in the next slide. So first I will discuss about the systematic error by measurement error. Just like uncalibrated thermometer, this type of the systematic error, this is your true value and you are finding the value somewhat here. They are very close to each other, but they are different. The average mean of this value is different from the true value. This is your true value and these are measured values. So here, if your uncalibrated thermometer, it means thermometer itself is showing uncalibrated values. When it is 0 degree centigrade, that time is showing suppose 4 degree centigrade. So your thermometer is uncalibrated, and this 4 degree centigrade difference always will show in any any temperature when what are you are measuring, any liquids, is this some liquid is there, and the temperature of this liquid is suppose 100 degrees centigrade, and you are finding through this thermometer is, so this is your true value and you are measuring, so measured value suppose you are finding 104 degrees centigrade. So you have not calibrated, because when it was 0 degree it should show 4 degree, it should show 0 degrees centigrade, but it was showing 4 degrees centigrade, so it is not calibrated. Similarly, like I have told you for the vernier calipers, when both the jaws are closed, external jaws of vernier calipers are closed, at that time the zero line of your vernier calipers should match with the zero line of your main scale. Vernier scale should match with the main scale. But if it is not like that, at that time if the zero line of vernier scale is shifted towards right or left something, then and we are not adding this value, this error value we are not adding with the or subtracting with the true value whatever we are measuring, so that type of error is shown, as I have explained you in the vernier calipers, error in vernier calipers, error in screw gauge, like that. So that time if we are not calibrating these things, we are not adding or subtracting the error, so the measurement will give you some error, but with that will be systematic, all time they will give the same type of wrong value whatever difference is there. So here also like that. Second one is by process, just like whatever process, whatever you are doing the experiment that are having some procedures, if you are not following that same procedures, then you will get some wrong value. So if you are using some wrong procedure, just like thermometer is touching the bottom of the beaker, so this time this surface, whatever having the temperature of this surface, this is made with some material, so what is the temperature of this metal, that temperature will show through the thermometer, not the temperature of this fluid. If the temperature of the fluid, the true value of this temperature is suppose 100 degrees centigrade, so it's not showing the true value of your fluid, it is showing the temperature of this metal what in which it is kept. Another one is by human, like sometimes just when we are doing the experiments in our experimental lab, so always it should be, the reading should be in a straight line, it should be measured through the straight line, not with the angle. If you are measuring to the angle, then some wrong value you can measure. So this type of error coming in the systematic error. If you are watching from this straight line and if you are watching from some angle, if this angle is fixed 30 degree, if you are watching from the 30 degree angle, so that time you are getting some wrong value, and always you are getting same type of wrong value, so that is coming under the systematic error. So few errors, few reasons I have explained you which is coming under the systematic error. Now I will tell you some reasons for the random error. Now the random errors. So there are some reasons in which the random errors are happening. First one is temperature variations. In this figure we can see it is a single spring mass system in which this stiffness whatever you want to find how much displacement is there and how much force is acting, that is depends on the stiffness of this spring. So this stiffness of a spring is depends on the temperature. Just like in this figure, in this table we can see it's how much depending. So if 25 degrees centigrade is there, then the spring constant is 543.16. As the temperature is increasing, your spring constant is decreasing. So as your temperature is increasing, your spring constant is decreasing. So it is depends on the temperature. So sometime if you are observing this how much displacement is there, so sometime if temperature is very, sometime atmosphere temperature is very high, so this displacement value can be changed. So this type of the error is coming. This is called the random type of error, which can be happen because which we cannot predict. Random type of error means which we cannot predict it. Okay, another example is variable reaction time. Just like you have to measure the time, how much time is taken for one oscillation of this pendulum. So you start the stopwatch. It may possible your reaction time is less or fast, so at exact that time when it starts from here, it may be some microsecond late you have click that stopwatch, and when you have to stop after the one oscillation, when you have to stop at that time, it may you have late or you are fast some microseconds. So this type of error also can be happen, so which is called coming under the random. So there are some measuring device in which it is required to the power input, so by the power it is working. So here is the one example of viscous meter. This is working to the power, so sometime it is the fluctuation in the voltage. Due to the fluctuation in the voltage, the reading can be vary. So this type of error we cannot predict it, so this type of error coming under the random error. Now the next one is least count error. This is one more error. By the name itself we can understand it is happened due to the least count of any measuring device. Suppose you are measuring a component, okay, the dimension of component is somewhat here like this, okay. If we are zooming it, this portion, so this is 1.5 centimeter and this is 1.6 centimeter, okay, or we can say this is 15 mm, this is 16 mm. So the least count of this ruler, so the least count of this ruler is how much? Equals to 1 mm. So minimum we can measure up to 1 mm, but this component is the dimension of this component is in between of these two value, I mean from 1.5 or 1.6, in between of these two numbers. So if you are putting it is 1.54 like that, so that we cannot understand is it exactly 1.54 or 1.55. so this type of error is happening. How can we improve this type of error? By using some precise component, like if we are going to use some vernier calipers, then we can resolve this error. And similarly, if you are measuring less than 0.1 mm, then you can go for the screw gauge. So by increasing the precision of your measuring device, you can improve this type of the error. So here we have learnt about the types of error: random error, systematic error, and also the least count error. In the next video, we will learn how analytically we can present this error, because just I have told you these are the some reasons in which these errors are happening, but analytically, mathematically, how can we present this error, that we will learn through this next video. If you are having any doubt in this video, please ask me through the comment box. Thank you very much.